people fooled, and now, I mean, there's just a lot of there's a lot of things happening. Okay, real quick though, Alex, thank you for the 10, appreciate that for the synergy drinks, and GG, thank you for the 5 for the slice, a slice and a synergy drink, awesome. So since he sends known him since he was senpai is home. Yeah, I guess senpai has to be back home where he belongs. All right. How have I withstood the test of time? You guys should know, if you're an OG, there's been a lot. I mean, a lot that's gone on, you know. But for some reason, I've never spiraled the way this guy has. Well, a lot of all these other celebs. I saw somebody in the chat say all these YouTube internet personalities are spiraling, and you know what? Yeah, that's pretty true. All right, that's pretty freaking true. All right, let me get rid of this right here. And I gotta give a shout out to my friend Slug for giving me this amazing overlay. He does a really good freaking work, you know. So shout out to him. I think he's in the chat. But yeah, I've withstood the test of time, and I know a thing or two about having the world. Okay, I'm being over exaggerated. You know, the internet people's against you, right? The majority. But again, have never been reduced to what Nick has, and that is just like a fucking failed father figure. You know, he was bitching and complaining about how the public school system was gonna fuck up his kids, but never did he stop. Never did he stop to think that he himself, you know, the drug addict, the fucking swinger lifestyle, you know, the LARPing as a Christian man was gonna be what ultimately fucked up those children more. He never questioned that because as many people have pointed out, Nick is a fucking sociopath. A lot of the fucking people thought that I was bad, that I was narcissistic, I was a sociopath. Jesus fucking Christ, man. There's a perfectly good Nick Rekieta right there. And it's what I was telling people since the Weeb War days. And they were like, no, senpai isn't home. And I was like, you just wait and see. I just want to say, John Michael Kelly won. He might be true now. He might be gone in the wind, but his spirit lives on. Mr. Kino himself, John Michael Kelly, ended up winning. Oh my god, imagine how much of a fucking Neanderthal you have to be to let JMK get a W on you. That's crazy. But Copapalooza is well underway. You know, there are a couple of you know, tweets here. Like I made a short video. Tug,
is gonna
you know, like this is really
you.
like the Weeb Wars alumni,
shit that you fucking say.
right? So it's got like Tug being, you know, one of the best verbal speakers. You know, definitely knows how to put a word together. You know, like a sentence, a paragraph, if you will. His coverage on the whole thing has been interesting because, aside from that one, he made one fucking, what was it? Yeah, along with Kumalat. I'll go to it right now. He made one message with Kumalat, right? And, but he's been, from what I've seen, he's been kind of covering this decently, right? And not so biasly. But he made that one tweet over like with Kumalat. You know what? I can find it on my X account, not YouTube account, my fucking X account. Okay, so okay, here we are. So Tug yesterday made this whole little you know, thing. Was it Nick Rekieta has been arrested? It's like I said yesterday, he's crashing people, cheerlead you to the bottom. I hope he gets his shit sorted and the kids are safe and this doesn't impact him having them. If he needs rehab and help, plenty of people will you know, help with that. Now, it's a very diplomatic answer. You know, it is a thing. Jedi J May, thank you for the 5. Anime sucks. Copen's need is to rackets what Mr. Dick and Balls was to Jack Murphy. Appreciate it.
Somebody is gonna fucking
GG Evans, thank you for the 5.
Stupid shit that you fucking say.
Nikki the Nose and Iani's the meanest are one in the same now. Can't wait to hear Camel Jockey Crow cope from all of this. Lol.
Yeah, my old friend. Oh Jesus, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of coming from Mr. Kinkshamer over there or whatever. We're gonna go over, dude. Look, I know I've been away for some time. I had to do some soul searching. Actually, that was like the equivalent of traveling a bunch, but whatever. Still soul searching, nonetheless. I'm back though, a little bit. This had to bring me out of retirement, sort of, kind of like Jim, you know. So I come back Friday, Jim comes back Saturday, blah blah blah. It's that's the common thing, you know. They bring us back, they keep pulling us back, you know. We try to walk away and something keeps pulling us back, bruh. Doesn't matter which side you were during Anime Gate, everyone involved with that drama destroyed themselves at this point, while Vic Mignogna is still rich, not giving a fuck about anybody. You know, I would agree. I agree with that to an extent. Vic himself, I don't know. Vic always struck me as like the type of guy that was more of like he gave a shit about like everybody and stuff. Like he is rich, he's relatively okay, you know, yeah. But I mean, as far as the Weeb Wars people, I mean, they've all had their controversy, so to speak. Nobody from that, whether it's, you know, whereas Tug, whether it's Flash, whether it's me, whether it's, well, like Hero just straight up became a troon, but whatever. Whether it's Nick, you know, Nick was probably the one that fucking died the most, right? And everybody else was kind of able to like bring it back at some point. I'm saying me, I was the one that surprisingly never spiraled the most. I mean, shit, dude. Like, I gotta give myself credit. I gotta give the Senny squad fucking credit, dog. You guys that are still around, you all, I don't know what to say. Humbleness. But, don't want to get sidetracked, okay? Tug over here. You know, it's a decent statement. You know, politician-ish. But I gotta like slightly disagree because again, I gotta point out like the bleak reality of life, and it's that, you know, Nick had kids and he decided to be a fucking coke addict instead, and to have like a promiscuous lifestyle, which goes against what he told you, Tug, and what he told the people that he was. So not only did Nick lie straight to your face, Tug, he lied to the face of everybody else, and it wasn't. You know, sometimes you could give nuance for why people hold a lie or something. I'll acknowledge that, of course. But what reason, what nuance do you give Nick for lying about being a fucking Christian man? You know, an upstanding Christian man with Christian values, other than to fill his fucking parasocial relationship with a bunch of strangers and get a bunch of money. There is nothing else that Nick was the reason, you know, this whole LARP existed for Nick. Was strictly business. It was strictly for him to benefit off of so that he can get more fucking cocaine, which is what he's fucking, oh my god. We didn't even go over the chart. Dude, there's so much to cover. All right, I want to be real with you. We're probably going to be doing a lot of streams on this bullshit, right? Sometimes it's difficult for somebody to cover something repeatedly and have, like, they will eventually lose interest. All right, that's the truth. Or they'll have low energy because they don't actually give a shit about the topic. You don't know why I give a shit about this topic? It's because I was involved in this. I was neck deep in this shit. All right? I was there. I was there at Weeb Wars. I was slighted by Nick first. I was the first person to get slighted by Nick and by the Kiwi farmers backing him up at the time. Because don't act like you guys didn't exist. I want to know where the hell you guys are at right now. Just in general, because no, seriously, guys, I haven't seen you guys in such a hot minute. I think I know where one of you are, and it's in my old protege's server, but I don't know where the rest of you fucking idiots are. All right, but all those people kissing up to Nick Rekieta, you know, where the fuck are you guys? Like, yeah, where are you guys? You guys aren't around anymore? What's going on? What's going on, bro? I know times are tough. All right, but like. Somebody's got to save the nose, right? Somebody's got to save. What about Kumalot over here? Mr. I'm going to fake my own swatting. Yeah, Mr. Kumalot over here, right? Mr. I'm going to fake my own swatting. What does he have to say about this shit? I think all honesty has been apparent for a while now. A ton of people have distanced themselves. It pained me. It pained me to watch the last few months, but it's over now. Don't dogpile. Let her brother heal and focus on him. Bro, that last fucking sentence fucking should writhe anybody in cringe agony. That is, not only did this douchebag lie about, okay, so he lied about swatting himself because he's such a degenerate. You know, he partakes in the degenerate actions that Nick does while pretending to be above them. He also had that one controversy with Pippa Pipkin, but now he's trying to victimize Nick, the literal drug addict that chose a bunch of fucking cocaine over his own children. Are you fucking kidding me, Kumalat? How much of a fucking idiot are you? All right? Like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like, these people that are saying, oh, don't even get me started on this idiot over here. Andy fucking Signor, bro. This guy. Oh my god. All right, so there's a bunch of shit on Signor, right? That I could probably find. But I think this in itself is enough to make me not like him right here. Because this moral agony. I want to point out, okay, before anybody is like, well, think of the kids. I am. That's why I'm condemning Nick. That's literally why I'm condemning him. Because if there were 5 children around and they looked up to this Neanderthal over here, this fucking degenerate coke addict who'd rather fucking fill his life up with the pleasures of life, you know, the degenerate pleasures of life, right? You are 40 years old, Nick. You are a literal 40-year-old man. You have 5 kids and you're stuffing your fucking nose full of cocaine. And you're doing these swinger things that, remember, you claim never happened, and you were like, oh, this is not happening, even though it was literally happening during Weeb Wars with fucking Gothic Sushi, and nobody wanted to say anything. Remember? Remember? Holy fucking shit, bro. I'm just saying. Let's just read Mr. Signor's tweet. Right quick. So many people are applauding Nick Rekieta's downfall, and it is disgusting. Anyone publicly cheering for a fellow human to fall is part of the problem. Rekieta Law. Rekieta Law has been good to me. I wish him and his family the best, and hope he's able to cover this for the better. You are fucking stupid. Signor. Like, I used to wonder, why does this guy get so much hate? Oh, because he's a fucking idiot. He's literally part of the problem, too. This Andy Signor person, literally part of the fucking problem. Okay, let me tell you something. Wishing his family the best is stupid because he's the one that fucked his family the most. Most particularly his fucking kids that he pretended to give a shit about. Okay, Andy, you're fucking stupid. I don't know why you open your mouth. Go get more allegations against you that you, whatever, quote unquote, disprove in court or some shit. I don't know, man. Being a suck up to Nick in 2024, Andy Signor, is not worth it. And I think Jim Mediker's going to show you why tomorrow. I think a lot of the people, you know, defending Nicky the Nose right now, I think after Mediker's stream tonight, he's going to show you guys why you should abandon ship real fucking quick. Okay? Shout out to Hollywood Huggy, all right, in the chat. Shout out to my old capo Robin, who for some reason talking shit. There's Patrick. I don't know, let's is that the real Strictly Patrick? Yeah, okay. Standard moderator. There you go, my boy. There's gonna be a lot of Nicky coping, son. Oh yeah, well then you know what that means? There's gonna be a lot of content. Because I plan to document every little bit of Nick's downfall. I plan to, I mean, spread the word at this point. You know, if you want an A-logger for Nick Rekieta, you know, I'll be that guy. Okay? I will go out of retirement temporarily, like Jim, just to do this, because it's funny. It's fucking funny, and it's worth it. It is morally right in my moral obligation, my one good deed of the day, to do this. Oh my god. So let's see. So yeah, like that everybody is also taking their victory laps a little bit. Here's potentially criminal. That's Sean. This is the lawyer that Nick flipped out on. One of Nick's quote unquote friends or whatever. There's a little more here. It's been over 2 years since Nick Rekieta randomly attacked Nick Fuentes. You know, let's see. I guess clips that didn't age very well. This is the original right here. Nick Rekieta and his wife are in jail for possession. Apparently, so was Nick's mistress or of some sort. I mean, it kind of looks like Gothic Sushi there. You can tell Nick has a type. So, I mean, if you don't want to fucking trust Daddy Sen based off of like, oh my god, I still hate Sen from Weeb Wars because he's so, whatever the fuck. So, my old protege told me that a bunch of people hate me because I'm narcissistic or whatever. Bro, get over it. There's a lot worse evil in the world, okay? There's a lot worse evil in the world. And it's staring you right in the face. And it's called Nick Rekieta, ladies and gentlemen. I will be the better evil. But we got here, yeah. So basically, there you go. The mugshots. If only someone had wanted to slow down his drinking. At Dick Masterson, our good friend Dax Herrera over there. Doesn't have the best record himself. Dax. You know, Dax Herrera. Oh my god. There's a whole pipeline that could that we could go through with that. But Null just goes ahead and he takes a swing, a big old swing here. Amazing how Dax Herrera's friends all end up completely fucked up while he passively encourages them to keep going. I'm sure this will make good content for him and his pedophile friend to talk about on the podcast, at least. So Null just going full on, just taking shots. And of course, Dax replied. But you know what? Who the fuck cares about what Dax has to say right now? We got some great memes coming out of this. Breaking Baldo right here. You know, again, see, she looks like, again, I gotta say, guys, if you're not gonna take my word for it, okay? By the way, people were asking me, who told you about this? Who told you? Like, the Gothic Sushi scene? It was Josh Munoz. You guys would probably know him as Origami. You know, he's that short, fat Hispanic guy that ran with Crow and stuff. Josh Munoz, yeah, that's the guy that told me. I forgot what it was. I think he was shit-talking Rekieta behind his back, like he always does. But yeah, shout out to Josh Munoz. Thank you for telling me about your friend's secret, I guess. I don't remember the context of what that was. I think you were like shit-talking Nick and it kind of slipped out. It's like when you told me your friend Steven Lithgow wanted to move to Florida for some reason. Forgot what that was. But you're very yappy, Josh. You talk a lot, Josh. You should, you know, chill with that before it fucks you over. Oh, what am I kidding? It'll fuck you over anyway, Josh, whether you want it to or not. You know I could be Josh. So who's watching the kid? Lady Racket's looking rough. There's Demon Cat over there. We remember Demon Cat. Nick actually looking healthier than the last few streams. They all look soulless. What a complete waste of life. Lost to drugs and alcohol. And again, you know, for those people wanting to moral, you know, F-slur. Whoa, we're on YouTube, fellas. This guy is solely to blame for the downfall of his family. Any harm that comes to his children, whether mentally or otherwise, is on this man. If you support Nick Rekieta to this fucking day, or try to victimize him in any way, you support child endangerment and possibly child abuse. Okay? Because what this fucking fruit cup has been doing, he's been crying for like, what? 3 years for his LARP. Oh my god, the public education system is gonna screw up my fucking kids. I need to. It's like, Nick, you're a fucking drug addict. Like, what you had fucking. I don't know. There's so many fucking charges. We haven't even gotten to the charges. But they're so fucking bad that even Tug did a fucking stream today, and Tug was like, oh man, this is bad. This is no shit, Sherlock. Yes, my old mentor. It's bad. It's really fucking bad. Okay, please don't die on this hill. Do not fucking save Nick. Do not try to save Nick. It's not worth it. Please, for the love of fucking God. All right. I say this as your protege, my dude. Do not. Okay. I want to go into a couple little fucking Kiwi Farms posts. Maybe like an actual clip of sorts, right? Because I think we went over some of the relevant tweets. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. All right, let me look at the chat real quick. He has a black eye. Oh yeah, I don't know what that whole like deal is with him and the black eye. It could have been anything. I just don't know. I had heard like rumblings. There. I want to see him coked out, lying to do his own deal. Oh yeah, Nick. So apparently Nick is gonna like represent himself, which is it's fucking weird, but like whatever. Oh, okay. I want to look at this real quick. This is courtesy of Kiwi Farms. Okay. According to an alcoholic named Joe, I have to praise these people and I have to kiss their feet to like visit their website or some shit. I don't know. Who cares? He's an alcoholic that eats Domino's. Who the fuck cares about Joe? So let's see here. Reading the charging documents, the course of events as follows. The police knocked on the door demanding entry. The minor child answers the door, telling officers they cannot enter. That's very interesting. So Nick Rekieta's children are ordered to tell the officers they can't. That's fucked up. So Nick, again, like, what the fuck is this? Like, Nick Rekieta telling his children, Daddy's doing coke right now. Can you tell the officers to come back at a later time? It's like, Jesus Christ, man. If you, like, I'll repeat what I said. If you still defend Nick Rekieta, you are literally okay with child abuse, bro. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay? Like, what is this shit? Are you fucking kidding me? This is your hero. This was the hero of Wii Wars, guys. No, Sen, you're just a hater. No, Sen, you don't know what he's really like. Even though you were in multiple group chats with him and you talked to him behind the scenes and we didn't. We have to pay $50 just to talk to him on a voice call. No, Sen, you're wrong. It's not true. No, I was right. I'm always right, bro. Let's see. Rekieta's detained while Rekieta's detained by the police while driving. Rekieta's marched up to the property in order to open the premises. Rekieta refuses. The battering ram is applied. Police enter the property, find the children, Kayla and April. Angry Rekieta angrily screeches at the police, "Where is your warrant?" Police show the warrant into Rekieta's face as they muscle into property and start tossing shit. Guarantee the small children are crying. Rekieta angrily throws the warrant on the ground. Also, someone has to get the body cam footage of this if it exists. That's what I thought at first was a charging document. I don't think Rekieta was on the side of the house and they tried to get his daughter to open the door. Note how Nicholas Rekieta returned to home with law enforcement is after the attempted entry. So I guess they had a couple cops intercepting Rekieta and dealing with the traffic stop, and a couple others simultaneously executing the search warrant. On May 23rd, bold apply with emphasis, on May 23rd, 2024, at approximately 9:13 a.m., a search warrant was executed at blah, 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 Nicholas Robert Rekieta, date of birth, blah, 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 resided at the residence. As law enforcement approached the residence, Nicholas Rekieta was traveling southbound on blah, 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 blah in a vehicle. Nicholas Rekieta was stopped by law enforcement. Upon knocking on the door, a juvenile female opened the door and wouldn't let them in. Nicholas Rekieta would not provide the door code to enter the residence. Law enforcement entered the home utilizing a door ram. Upon entry, law enforcement located Kayla Rekieta and April Imholt, and 4 juveniles were also in the home. Officers noted that the home was extremely cluttered. Blah. There were clothes everywhere, dirty dishes, dust, and overall a dirty home. Nicholas Rekieta returned to the home with law enforcement. He demanded a copy of the search warrant. When given a copy, he looked at it and threw it on the ground. Oh, that's not the news you wanted, I bet, bud. That's not what the document says. Word salad. So here it is. Here's the thing. Blah, 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 blah. Right, we are the real bad. Did Nick think about what would happen when he got blasted drunk on the internet? You stupid. Oh, we're not saying that. That's kind of not good. Damn, right. We are the real bad guys here. People mocking Nick, who has been a piece of dog shit for a long stretch of time now, is the real problem. Sure, he lied about being a drunk. He lied about being a drug addict. He exposes children to a degenerate lifestyle, knowing when the wheels came off, as they always do, they would learn all the shit and it would haunt them for life. But we are the baddies. I feel terrible for the children, but I'm going to point and laugh at Nick and Kayla because they earned it, or in other words, and then they post this cute little thing over here. What do you think the odds are that we'll see a forum for this rebard by the end of the year? He's starting to orbiting lolcows with Aaron. Said, I don't blame people. They can't really hold women accountable like they do men. Don't keep up with the goings on Nick's wife, but has she never once heard a sign of not wanting to be involved? Fucking crazy, man. What is this? I bet Rekieta holds a special place of hate in his heart for me. I am, after all, the Kiwi prude who decided to write his formal lolcow granting OP. Maybe that is a fake praise of myself, but I doubt it. And I was soft on him. I wrote his OP like a tragedy and left lots of open ends for him to pull up, as it were. All I ever wanted for him was success. And no, now all I want from him is repentance. He was once great. He could have been great now. But the price of forgiveness has become much. See, these Kiwi farmers almost have as much passion as me. What the fuck, guys? I would never write all this shit, though. Because, you know, writing's gay. But, you know, whatever. It's not enough to say sorry. He needs to say sorry. He is sorry for it. A big complaint about my OP is that he likes to read like a Jilton fan's hate letter. Well, yeah, because that is what it is. I made the mistake of admiring this man and seeing him betray the gifts he was given in the favor of base temptation and claws of a chalkboard, especially since I know at least a few cents I gave him were on average used to pay for the cocaine he most definitely snorted in front of his children. Remember, people want to deflect, right? The magic word from a certain individual named Lily. Deflect, you're deflecting! Yeah, Lily, you know, my old friend. You're the guy you idolize, Rekieta, right? He likes to deflect a lot, but he likes to deflect onto his cocaine addiction. Oh, it is a good fucking day, man. I feel it all over. It's like I've been rejuvenated, and we haven't even gotten to the revenge arc yet, you know? You guys should know at this point, you know, I never forget. And if there's still breath in my lungs, ladies and gentlemen, which, to be fair, is very little nowadays. It's the curse of Jim acting up. But in all seriousness, you know, revenge is the sweetest thing ever. Have not forgotten, will not forget. I got a couple names that come to mind. You know, you already know this. Some Andrew, Steven, Josh, John, Liam. Just a couple. There's a couple. Oh, well, that's more than a couple. That's separate. Whatever. We don't forget. It's not it's not in the cards, baby. So this more than anything infuriates. Okay, I'm tired of reading your novel, bro. I want to get this shit. Anyone got a local subscription? There's about 100 comments now. This thing. Okay, actually, I think I saw PPP post this shit. Or some people call him Triple P. All right, the good old Triple P. Where the fuck is this? Did I put it in my documents? I obviously put. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here it is. This is courtesy, I guess, of Kiwi Farms, but there's Triple P. So we're gonna call him Triple P. All right. They got Rekieta over here about the news. So, hey, obviously, a lot has happened. I'm sorry. For legal purposes, it must be reiterated that the story is for, the story is for the disruption and is in no way related to anything pending legal matters. That said, please realize that no one has the full story or picture on anything. It's possible no one... It's possible no one ever will. Nothing reported is accurate, and that's not... So, let me translate this for you. It's not true! Okay, Ralph. Okay, Killstream Law. It's not true. I got you, bro. I got you. Oh my god, it's crazy. Nick, this is like a new low, bro. Come on. It's not true. This train ain't stopping, is it? It's gonna go on. And look, Nick, I am going to squeeze every last thing I can from this because you've earned it, buddy. You've earned it. All right. You've earned it. I've seen so many supportive messages. Thank you for... Oh, Nick, like, I gotta support you for abusing your children. I'm gonna support you. For child abuse. It's like, you guys are fucking... You literally still defend this guy. You literally are still on board with this fucking guy over here. You just say you're child abusers at this point, bro. Like, you say you're closeted child abusers, because that's exactly what you are. There's no way somebody on the internet could be this stupid that they see a guy put their children in danger after he LARPs around for like 5 years saying that he would never do that. Only fucking internet idiots would be like, oh, but here, Nick, I still love you. Jesus fucking Christ. I'll still be doing stuff. I'm home now. Stay tuned for show announcements and stuff here on Locals. Clap, clap, clap. Okay, hold on. Here's the defense post right here. Look. So I guess he wasn't even arrested. It's the farm's propaganda. No, listen, bro, as somebody that shat on Kiwi Farms relentlessly in the past, they're not propaganda. I can at least say that right now. There might be, you know, a couple of people, but they're not like it's like several people. It's not really propaganda, so to speak. The legal documents are there, and there are multiple people reporting on this. It's not really propaganda, especially when Nick's entire behavioral patterns up to this point validate literally everything, right? Yeah, I don't think it's propaganda. If I was a betting man, okay, let me put it this way. If I was a betting man, I would put at least $50 that it's not. All right, I'll just put $50. I'll put a $50 that all this shit is accurate about Nick. Okay, for the most part, big picture wise. Okay. So then it continues and they say, no, the cops didn't break down his door or him throw the warrant on the ground. These are all the farm's conspiracy theories. Remember, it's all conspiracy. But is it though? Okay, because here's the important question. I mean, to be fair, I already brought it up, but whatever. How are they faking the court documents, though? And it says I was being sarcastic. Okay, never mind. This guy isn't retarded. I was being sarcastic, Nick, since Nick said nothing was accurate and blames everybody else for his gun. Okay, my bad, dude. You're not actually a rebard. Okay, this was sarcasm. Sarcasm, ladies. Sorry. False alarm. False alarm, ladies and gentlemen. That checks out. But yeah, there you go. Documents don't really lie. This is kind of like, yeah, I mean, self-explanatory. Well, that's enough of the axe nonsense. I'm going to go to the actual fucking clips. And you already know who we're visiting for the fucking clips, because there's only one fucking channel where we get these fucking clips, which I still say they do God's work, because, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, who the fuck would, like, realistically, I give this woman all the props in the world, because it's like, I would never be able to just watch this guy snore fest like Nick, because he's so fucking boring. You know, the only entertaining thing Nick has done since like Weeb Wars is just fucking self-destruct, to be honest. Other than that, it's like he's such a boring motherfucker. He's so boring. His gimmick is fucking trash. Like the shock jock. I'm gonna drink a bunch of. I'm gonna be an alcoholic conservative gimmick is so fucking like. That's like 2016, 2019, bro. That shit's so boring now. It's like no, you're not. You're just a fucking. If anything, you're like the bottom totem pole for all MAGAs. All right, that's what you are. Like it's over, Nick. It's over. Your gimmick got stale. It was terrible, and now the only time you're entertaining is whenever you fuck yourself over. So, that being said, there are quite a bit of clips to catch up on or to watch. You know, we got the Breaking Baldo, the Rekieta arraignment. Breaking Baldo, the Rekieta arrests made the news. Ooh, that's interesting. Breaking Baldo, the probable cause statement. Breaking Baldo, how it went down with Yellow Flash and the. Oh, there's Flash. All right, I'm kind of. Oh, but there's this, right? Aaron, our good friend Aaron's count. Now, from what I heard, oh yeah, I saw this here. This Aaron guy, right? He's like, does anybody help me out? What is his relation? Aaron will drag this out for weeks before he says anything more spicily. He's loving the super chats. All the druggies in the Grifto land should be afraid. The internet knows. So he was snorting coke on a counter next to a 3-year-old. Nick deserves to go to jail. Okay, this looks like it's going to be a promising clip then. We're going to look at this right now. All right, is everybody in the chat ready? All right, is everybody in the chat ready? His wife is equally accountable. Think we'll get body cam footage. All right, so let me listen, man. I think Kiwi Farms will find a way. I think Kiwi Farms might find the way to get that. Secret of the inbred children emerged from the basement, hungry for bacon, and bit into the legs of the cops. Nick attempted to flee by running towards the cops. Imagine the oldest of the kids is prepping for the SATs only to come home to a coke den and their father babbling nonsense. See the cope with people like the cops did this in front of the children. Oh yeah, that's so fucking like for those people, like you can tell they're just reaching because here's again like fuck man, it's a deflect, right? Because they're trying to say that the cops are the real issue, right? That the cops are the real issue and the real reason. Like they're trying to put the cop, which is fucking hella stupid, but they're like, oh, the cops, they're to blame for like, you know, what the kids getting traumatized. It's like not the parent, not the drug addict, coke addict, right? Not the parent. The parent's not to blame. It's like, no, you guys got it all twisted because you're fucking either stupid or you're, you know, on copium. No, it's fucking Nick. Literally, the parent. The parent is to blame. Okay? Because if Nick was exactly what he LARPed around as on the internet, right? You guys know what he was saying. He was saying how he is a good Christian man and blah, 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 and all this stupid shit that he was saying that everybody was buying into. If he was just that, the kids wouldn't be traumatized and nothing bad would be happening right now. Kiwi Farms wouldn't have anything to talk about. You know? If Nick was just, I guess, the guy that he presented himself to the internet to be. Half of those people probably wouldn't even be going that hard because they wouldn't feel like some of them were probably, you know, the rug was pulled from underneath them and they were like, oh fuck, I just got grifted by a con man, right? They probably would go easier on him. But it is what it is, man. Aaron is the ex-husband of April, the chick who sucked Nick off in that clip. Okay, thank you for the context, GG. There's no propaganda on the farms. If you do that, you will actually get banned. So here's that. It's either you'll get banned or I think you'll get corrected or something. Like that Spectre idiot, right? The one that paid Nick like boatloads of money to be in his voice chat and shit, you know, Patrick, whatever, the Spectre gaming guy. So that idiot, I remember he got his own he got his own thread and he got Josh to like denounce him on stream. Like there's a lot of shit on him. Because he just went around and he would like either make up shit, you know, make up shit for Nick or make up shit about, and eventually they just, I guess they got tired of him doing that shit, and they either made corrections about the fucking shit he said. Eventually they just turned him into, I guess, like a person of interest, and they literally say, oh, this fucking idiot's, you know, whatever he says is not reflected on the forums and blah blah blah. He's just kind of there chilling now. So yeah, I think that partially checks out. There's no such thing as a good Christian. Catholic priests are a private. Oh shit! If the farms wasn't truthful, it wouldn't be banned. It wouldn't be banned and hated. I mean, most recent example, right? I want to give you guys Keffels, right? Keffels ended up being fully accurate, right? Even though they were like the whole idea was like, oh no, Catboy Ranch ain't a thing. Oh no, this isn't true about Keffels. And then it all comes out to be true. It's so true. It's so fucking credible that fucking Mudahar stakes his reputation, right, on it being accurate. Okay, and let me tell you, I know how much YouTube means to these people, how much of a lucrative, interesting, easy, cozy little business it is, and how reputations mean so much for that brand to grow. Mudahar, someone like him, would not be staking his fucking reputation on something, on a gamble, unless it was very fucking accurate. So yes, for the most part, at least 99% of the time, Kiwi Farms is accurate. I can say that as somebody that shit-talked them the hell and back. I might not like the people on there. Some of you guys, you already know how I feel about you. But, you know, all things considered, yeah, you know what? Let's give you a 99 for now. Okay. This guy is just looking at me, this fucking Aaron guy. You know, he looks like a fucking cuck. He's staring at me, staring holes down my soul. Ladies and gentlemen, joke's on him. I don't have one anymore. Let's go and see what this fucking cucklord has to say. and about Nick. All right, put this on a fancy loop in case.
David Renfield with $5. Can we finally get the stories, couch, etc. you were going to spill before being sidetracked with chats? I mean, Nick brought drugs into my home after I asked him not to. One of the first times Nick was here, he did a bump off my kitchen counter, didn't ask, nothing. I looked him right in the fucking eye. I said, don't you ever bring that fucking shit into my house ever again. I have an ex-wife who, if she found out there was a speck of this shit in my home, would have my kids fucking taken away from me. Oh, I'm sorry. But he's so fucking booze and coked up that one day he fucking... And by the way, before anyone goes, oh, you piece of shit, I have talked to my ex-wife about all of this. She knows. She's very well aware. He brought this big lockbox full of drugs into my home. Had it up in my upstairs bathroom. I was fucking livid. I called April. Downstairs. I go, they brought... Well, because Nick yelled, April, we made you one. And I called April. I ran upstairs quick. I looked in and I said, no fucking way. Went downstairs, told April. I said, I told them no fucking drugs in this fucking house. And April gave me the fucking, oh, yeah, I'll tell him. Oh, that's bad. And I'm just sitting there like, why aren't you fucking angry about this? Well, I mean, you know why she wasn't angry. And this is why I think I'll hate Nick forever, and also why I think he needs to go away. Either to a facility to get treatment or to prison. Kayla actually came and apologized and everything else. And then
Kayla is Nick's Lady Rackets, basically. Nick, our wife, Lady Rackets.
I go to the couch, and Nick had left a fucking bullet container of cocaine where my fucking kids were playing. I picked it.
Father of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you're supporting. If you support Nick Rekieta, you support. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I heard about the locals idiots that are fucking coping. You know, and they're trying to belly rub Nick, and then we saw little glimpse and pieces of fucking E-celebs trying to be like, oh my god, let our brother hear. Kumalot, I swear to God, that Camelot fucking idiot. He's like one of the worst degenerates. Like, he's not even a good degenerate. He's like one of the worst. Okay, besides him wanting to lick Pippa Pipkin's feet, besides him fucking, faking his own swatting or whatever for Kiwi Farms to try to get an own or something, besides enabling the shit of Nick Rekieta for as long as he did, besides being like a 40-year-old man having a midlife crisis, besides balding, besides being on steroids, besides all that shit, right? One of the worst things he does, man, is like he tries to victimize Nick. It's like, just ask Kumala, do you care about child abuse? Like, be honest, bro. Like, probably not. Because, I mean, look at your track record again. But, like, fuck, man. Are you serious? Like, how do these people go around saying they pretend to care about the well-being of this, and that, and they pretend to have morals, and then it's like, it's like, Jesus. All right, whatever, dude. Let the guy that snorted coke in front of his children to heal, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, what? You guys are fucking stupid. Are you guys fucking stupid? Because I think you're fucking stupid. I think anybody that fucking looks into this and then looks at the internet personalities saying that they want Nick to heal and get better and are not, just tearing into him. Because, I mean, look, man, some of the people that are being very lenient with Nick would never hold that same energy for anybody else, especially people they didn't like. Again, case in point, Weeb Wars. How much of a fucking big deal did fucking Nick make about Ron fucking Toye being like, do you remember that shit? Meanwhile, this guy's just sniffing coke casually in front of his children. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, layers upon layers of hypocrisy, layers upon layers of fucking stupidity. I think that's the worst one. Like, fuck, anybody that admired this guy is just pathetic. Yeah, and I know one. Lily. Oh boy, Lily, I'm gonna love when I get to you, man. You're not gonna know when it comes. Ape Escape ain't gonna know when it comes either. But it'll come.
locked it up. I unscrewed it. I looked. I said, don't be. It was. I called April down. I said, everybody out of the fucking house. I showed it to her and gave it to her. I said, you take it up there. You get rid of this fucking shit. And then I texted her. I said, everybody out of the fucking house right now. You have no idea how fucking angry I am.
Somebody is gonna fucking
you
the
know,
fuck out of you.
And April was trying to like balance
Shit that you
between
fucking
not
said.
hurting Nick's feelings, but being
Can't wait
angry
for
that her
Turd Island to
4-year-old
compare
fucking
Aaron to
stepdaughter.
Old Man Rev for that clip about a guest breaking house rules. Lol.
That's kind of funny, dog. I wonder when Lily is gonna get his turn into the mugshot spotlight. I don't know. Mandy is upset. Oh fuck! I almost forgot about Mandy, bro. What the fuck? Mandy. Yeah, how do you think Mandy's feeling right now? The epic downfall
Was within
of Sugar
arm's
Daddy.
reach of it. On the couch. I was fucking incensed. I got the kids out of the fucking house. I'm waiting until their backs are turned, chucking shit. Oh, man, I was fucking mad. And of all the people to come out, you would think my wife would come out and try to comfort me and say, they're gone. They're out of here. This is done. She went up upstairs where Nick was. Kayla comes out to me, and I go, this has to fucking stop. Either this shit goes or I go. She goes, yes, it has to stop. I know it has to stop. Fights ensued. It was a crazy fucking night. I'll spare you guys the details, but I'll fucking hate the guy forever for that.
Yeah, that's our Nick. That's our Nick. Good old little Nicky. Oh boy, what else do we got here? The Ralph curse strikes again. Oh fuck yes, Ralph. Let's see what the Ralph-a-mail has to say. Oh my god. Yeah, how is fucking whatever. I was just gonna say, how is Ralph still alive? But like, mysteries of life, bro. Let's fucking go. The Ralph-a-mail, ladies and gentlemen. The Ralph-a-mail. The Ralph-a-curse. Oh my god. Ralph won. Ralph.
$10 happy about it or not, the Ralph curse cannot be escaped. How funny was that fart on stream now, Mr. Law?
God, it must be fucking tough being a Rekieta fan right now, bro. If you unironically still like this idiot. Holy shit. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Aaron on Rekieta. Let's see, Breaking Bald out the Timcast, IRL, and Alex Stein on Nick. Well, there's this one right here.
This is, Nick would.
So Breaking Bald, how it went down with Flash, quartering, and whatnot. Okay, what is
be doing the exact same thing.
This is Sean from Potentially Criminal. This is the quartering, the quarter pounder. You already know him.
If any one of us were caught up in a similar situation.
Yeah. Howdy, Flash. How are you doing, man? It's been a little while.
Just blown.
Yellow Flash.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say the one thing. I need to play Helldivers with you soon. It's been a little while, but yeah. So if you guys haven't seen this,
How about that Dax backstab? Wait, is there a Dax backstab? That's Legal Mindset. Thank you for reminding me about that guy. Yeah. Fuck. Do they have the Legal Mindset clip? Hold on. Yeah, I want to go to Legal Minds. Wait. Fuck. What is it? GG. What's the fucking remember how you said this guy looks like that guy from fucking shit, what is it? Grand Theft Auto? You said he looks like who's the guy from Grand Theft Auto that you said this guy looks like? Yeah, this guy. Just because of that, this dude will always have a special place in my heart because he looks like the Grand Theft Auto character. Yeah, Legal fucking Mindset. This Gigi, please tell me who you said he looks like. Diddler Dax was coping so hard. Oh Jesus. Check DMs. Gat Vice. Tommy Vercetti. Yeah. Tommy fucking Vercetti. That's right. Oh, check DMs. Oh god. Did I get sent? Yeah. every Nick defender right now, bro. Okay, that's perfect. Hold on, let me get rid of that. This is every Nick defender right now, bro. It's so over. It's never been this over for fucking Nick Rekieta, man. And the thing about it is, this is gonna follow him for like the rest of his YouTube. Like it was think of it this way: it was already pretty fucking bad for him. Okay, it was already pretty bad for him. It's only gonna get worse now, because the thing is now they have there's basically he was denying that he had any drugs, that he was on any drugs, that he was an alcoholic, that he had any problems and shit. And he was always lash out at the people that were observing this, which was, you know, mainly Kiwi Farms on the forums every time they talked about him. And that anger would drive him to continue to be like, you know, this, and that. Now there's legitimacy to the claims. So now people aren't going to let it go. And it's just going to follow him forever. And his audience is going to dwindle even more because there's only so much copium someone can inhale before it's just like, okay, we were wrong. And then the wind kind of turns in a different direction. But yeah, here's Tommy Bersetti over here, and he's going to comment on what the fuck is happening. I guess this is another one from Nick's original fucking crew that ended up leaving him. So
YouTube lawyer Nicholas
Bersetti
Robert
over
Rekieta at Rekieta Law, 42, and his wife Kayla Christine Rekieta, 40, both booked this morning on probable causes of possession of a controlled substance and possession of a firearm while using a controlled substance. We will update if and when formal charges become available. It's really more solemn to talk about this topic, which is one which frankly, I didn't want to have to talk about. I didn't want to.
Why do YouTubers always end up doing this whole like, I didn't want to talk about this guy. I don't want to talk about this, guys. Well, I don't have enough mental willpower to talk about it. It's like, no, bro. Listen, Tommy Bersetti, I know you wanted to talk about this, all right, bro? Everybody wants to fucking talk. Fuck, even Tug wanted to talk about this and he was more transparent. And people say that guy never tells the truth. He literally went there and he's like, oh, all you called is a grift, but I would be doing Nick a disservice by not talking about it. But he's right. Which he's right. Even Tug is like, yeah, like we literally have flash. Oh my god, it's fucking great, man. This is fucking amazing. Like we're like Hero Hay. Is Hero Hay gonna do anything? Is Hero Hay gonna fucking, you know, come out of his kimono to fucking be like I don't know, man. Easier grift. Half his audience has anime avatars. Listen, man. That's okay. Because pretty colors. Listen, pretty colors are nice. All right. He did his biggest problem podcast shitting on him. Legal dick sucker. That's got a nice ring to it. He also looks like Mark Dice and Jim Acosta. Honestly, I think those people that weren't close to Nick but were acquaintances cared more for Nick than his leech friends. That I had somebody come to me today and act as if like I backstabbed. It's like, what the? He's like, you joining in the other backstabbers like Tug, Yellow Flash, and it's like I was never friends with Nick. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm pretty sure Nick ran my name through the mud for like about a week or so that one time, and that's where I felt slighted by him and shit. So it's not like we were ever friends, bro. I made a like when it came to him versus Keffels, I mean, sure, you know. Oh, I'm gonna take Keffel's side, pal. It's like, no, what the fuck? You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You believe me, right, Tommy Bersetti? You know where you know where I'm coming from, right, Tommy Bersetti? You understand me. YouTubers be like, I don't want to talk about this, guys. Also talks about it. Oh shit. Yeah, Tommy Bersetti, man, he gets me, all right? He gets it, okay? Him and his fucking lazy eye, he gets me.
Talk about this at all. In fact, I was hoping that this would just go away. and that this issue and the issues with Nick and everything else would resolve themselves without something like this ever happening. But unfortunately, now we know that factually we have an arrest. We have members of the family arrested. So we're going to talk about that involving Nick Rekieta. For those who don't know, because I know some of you are VTuber fans, some of you may not know who Nick Rekieta is. The reason why I'm covering this is because Nick Rekieta, for better or for worse, is the person who brought me into, one of the people that brought me into quote unquote LawTube. Now, actually the first person to let me, to talk to me from the LawTube sphere, i.e. the lawyers on YouTube, was actually Joe Neerman of Good Logic. So Joe Neerman of Good Logic was the first person to talk to me, but the first big break, my big pump in my channel's numbers, came during the Rittenhouse trial. For those that haven't seen my clip, it's very famous and was from my time on Nick's show, where I was during the quintessential scene where Gage.
Okay, stop fucking filleting the guy. Jesus fucking Christ, Tommy Vercetti, get to it.
To me, to see somebody that I once looked up to, I once took as a person who was very, very close to me. In fact, I had his back through a lot of things and against a lot of people. And I never wanted this to be the case, because I remember, hey, that's where I came from. If you guys remember what went down with the whole thing with Legal Bites way back in the days, this is in like my channel lore, my channel history, right? I had Nick's back when there was a lot of stuff going down against Nick. I had Nick's back. But the thing is, and my good friend who's been on this channel many times, Dragon's Treasure T, he said it in one of his videos, and I need to say it right now, is that the Nick I knew from Rittenhouse, the Nick I knew from the Johnny Depp trial, and the Nick I even knew from Anime Matsuri. I met him at, the only time I've met him in person is at Anime Matsuri, and that is a different Nick than the Nick that I've seen lately. So the Nick that I saw lately is not the same Nick. These are like two different Nicks. It's a tale of two Nicks. And the person who had such concise legal analysis, that had a law channel that was focused on really doing, like I said, law splaining the internet, that Nick is really different than the Nick I've seen lately. And of course, Nick Rekieta is a Minnesota lawyer, right? He still is barred, for as far as I know, in Minnesota. And it's been a slide. And one thing that needs to be said, and yes, I'm going to get to your memberships and super chats and all that stuff later, but so don't worry about that. But one thing I need to say here, guys, is that I would have preferred to talk about none of this, but now.
Why does he keep fucking reiterating? I didn't want to talk about any of it. We want to talk about something that don't. If you want to talk about something, then don't talk about it. How it was on debate. Rekieta's judge, and oh right, there's also that. I almost forgot. Nick Rekieta's judge in the criminal trial is the same one he was talking shit about in his Coke stream. Yeah, I heard about that. That was fucking funny. I thought that was big fucking karma right there. You guys don't even know who brought him down or why. So about. Everyone was arrested. My time is now. He didn't really have Nick's back. He was playing all sides, whatever benefited him. He was a floater and was trying to be edgy like so is Tommy Vercetti doing like a lot of fucking what is the word? Backtracking, a lot of damage control right now. Is this the face of backtracking and damage control right? Oh man, Tommy Vercetti, man. Do you actually go and help him? You guys were close. Yeah, that's like the big fucking question, right? It feels like every single one of these douchebags online that go ahead and they tell everybody, you know, the audience, their little sob story about how like, oh, we wish you could help. Listen, douchebags, half if not all of you had direct contact with this idiot at all fucking times, so much so that you were having drinks with the asshole on a regular fucking basis. Don't lie to the audience and say, oh, well, I didn't know I could make him get help. I didn't know I could tell him that. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This proves Null's point to a fucking T. You guys are all fucking enablers. You're enablers, and now that shit hit the fan, it's not cool to be like, ho ho, our friend's doing cocaine in front of his kids. Our friend is drinking himself to an early grave. Now, you motherfuckers are backtracking so fucking hard, doing the fucking casual PR control, being like, oh my god, I had no idea this was happening, even though he was dying right before. Kumalot too. Kumalot, you were like one of the biggest fucking enablers for this guy. You and your steroids and your midlife crisis and wanting to lick Pippa Pipkin's feet. You motherfucker. You, Tommy Vercetti, you know, the other fucking ass clowns. Drexel, where the hell is he? You guys are some of the worst fucking human beings imaginable, bro. That's crazy. Fucking crazy. Do we want to keep listening to Tommy Vercetti like sweep up or whatever the fuck there he's doing? Gotta clean the legal mindset gradually gets more anti-Nick throughout the stream. Do we want to continue to watch Tommy Vercetti, you know, whatever the fuck he's doing? We're 5 minutes in. All right. Somebody said in chat that he just progressively gets more anti-Nick throughout the so you're talking about this, like this clip right here. Do we want to keep listening to him though? That's what I want to know. Is that it's popular to not be pro Nick? Yeah, I mean that's generally how it goes, right? Whenever it's I hinted at this in like my video. I was like, people are coming out of the woodwork that were very quiet about the Rekieta shit. Because to be honest, there was a small minority of people that were vocal about Nick and his mishaps, myself included. That was probably the biggest channel, quote unquote biggest channel, that was talking about it, and that was the most open about it, which is not, from a brand point of view, not smart, but I don't give a shit. Like, I normally don't. So, yeah. But now, all of a sudden, it's like these channels that do give a shit about their brand, and do give a shit about money, and do give a shit about YouTubing and politicking. Because, again, you guys probably should already know this by now. YouTube, if you're a YouTuber, it's one big politic game. You guys know that, right? I'm going to assume that, like, a lot of my audience isn't stupid, and they know this. So, like, the people that love politicking and shit like that, right? Now, a lot of those people suddenly, they're coming out of the woodwork and are pointing out the fucking obvious that MrSEN was saying 5 months ago. well, realistically speaking, like, what was Weebor, like 5 years ago and shit? But whatever. It's like, it's essentially like, oh shit, is it safe to dogpile this guy now? Oh, it's time to go. Now our brand won't take a hit. Everybody's such a scared little pussy that they don't want to say what's on their mind because all they care about is politicking and trying to get clout and trying to say the right things. And that's why, like, literally people that you'll hear that are like anti-pedophile or something will literally not give a shit up until it's convenient. This happens literally all the fucking time. It's fucking crazy, dude. These people are fucking insane. Keep playing it. I'm trying to find something for you. His audience is now VTubers. They don't like Nick. Well, yeah, Nick called them all pedo. Well, let me like the irony in that statement, right? Nick pandered to this community for like, that's how, actually, the real irony in this is that Nick pandered to this community to even be relevant in the first place, right? Because again, Weeb Wars, right? So it's kind of like funny and ironic that he's saying that now, but he wasn't saying that before. And I think, didn't this come off of him not being cool with Pippa Pipkin anymore? Because he was real chummy with her. He was real chummy with fucking Nux Taku too and shit. And all of a sudden, Nick does this like 180 turn and shit because he gets his feelings hurt as usual. And then he goes back on everything he used to say, and it's like a whole new world, and everybody just buys into it for a while. said, Jesus Christ, babe. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Kino Casino is bigger though. Oh, right. I mean, okay. They are mostly like kick, so I don't really cover them. And I just I just like strictly, they'd be more sector-ish. But yeah, I always forgot about them. I don't classify them under like the YouTuber thing because they're hardly on the platform. They're more on like kick and shit because it's funny.
Now that we've seen an arrest, that kind of changes the game. And beyond that, what has come out over the past week, even before the arrest, is that I was not the only one. I was not the only one who reached out to him, who tried to help, who tried to reach out a hand, who tried to say, hey, Nick, you know, if you need anything, I'm here. Who tried to be that person and was pushed aside. And in fact, multiple times, when I tried to subtly suggest that things are not okay, and in fact, when I tried to suggest that...
Okay, this guy is taking too long. I gotta put him up on like speed because I don't know, man. 1.5.
maybe the drinking can be a little bit extreme sometimes. I was repeatedly attacked, passive aggressively, indirectly, or pushed away, right? And what I've learned is that this was not just my experience, this was an experience of many people. So this isn't something I'm saying I'm unique. Actually, this is something that happened to a lot of people, because the answer was, and I believe from everything I've seen, and I haven't seen everything, I haven't watched everything. It's impossible to watch all of every creator's streams. I haven't watched every Nick Rekieta stream, but from what I've seen, Nick to this date, even as soon as before his arrest, was saying that he does not have a problem and that there's no issue other than stress. And I can tell you, look, I've been under a lot of stress. I know there's a lot of stressful situations. I've had people pass away. I've had friends.
Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is another cope that I've seen a lot of people put together, and it's like, oh, Nick is stressed and shit. And it's like, oh my fucking, you gotta be fucking shitting me at this point. Like, that's, yeah, no.
In very bad situations. I've had people that I know pass away. I've had very traumatic things happen to me. I have very stressful things happening.
Yeah, just remember, lawyers lie. They bend the truth. That is true. They bend it just like my apparently like my bandwidth over here. Oh god, that's a face. Whatever this is. All right, 1.25. I'm having that null problem, ladies and gentlemen.
What I see from Nick is more than just stress, right? There's more. There's
Nick Kino Casino has been calling this out for ages. How long? How long are we talking? Because I mean, technically speaking, Jesus Christ, I hate this. Technically speaking, I'd been calling it out since like 2019, and back then I remember Kino Casino wasn't even a thing. So technically speaking,
there was more there.
No, I was basically calling in first because it was 2019 before Kino Casino was ever a thing. Weeb Wars towards the very end. That's when I was doing it. And so yeah, there you go. I guess that would be the second, probably, whenever Warski and fucking PPP teamed up. But yeah, in 2019, PPP was still like doing anti-rants against fucking Jim and shit. I have a fucking I have a literal video on that back in the when this happened. I'm gonna link it. This is what I used to sound like, actually. A little trip down memory lane right here. Most popular? Jesus, I have a lot of fucking... Where is it? Where's the Christian man? Here it is. Oh, this was 3 years ago. He was still doing this shit. So yeah, this is my old video on fucking PPP and mocking Jim and shit. This is a while back right here. You know. And here's Nick. This is Nick sucking up to Jim. See how fucking healthy he used to look 3 years ago? Right? Like, he's still balding on the upper right side, right? But, yeah, he's not. He doesn't look as withered and disgusted as he is now. But, yeah, back then. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, so this used to be... PPP in 2020. So there's that. You guys want to check out that old video? You know, you go and do that. Go and no comment. Well, per se, you were passive aggressively attacked because you weren't being direct. Yeah. The thing with Tommy Vercetti over here is he probably should have been more direct. Hell, doesn't he and like just generally anybody in law too, if they have an issue, or just anybody in general, right? Don't they like pride themselves on taking it to their platform and just like blasting shit when they don't like somebody or something? I just think that he should have held that same fucking energy, even though he was like pussy whipped by Nick or something. Again, bro, it goes back to this politicking shit that I talked to you about, right? Listen, I've been around the block, all right? I've been around for a while. Okay, there's a reason why when I call shit out, it inevitably ends up coming to be. There's a reason why when I call shit out, I start ruffling some feathers of some certain people. Then all of a sudden you see everybody say, "Oh, Sen was always evil." It's like, you gotta wonder after a point, right? Are these people just so stupid or am I just so charming? Because it's like literally every time, right? Nobody has an issue with me up until I say a truth, and then everybody has an issue with me, and then everybody starts saying this, and that, and they start deflecting, and they start rewriting history, and they start being hyperbolic about literally all their statements, right, about me. This is not a joke. This is for real. It happens with friends. It happens with associates. Why is that? And then you wait a couple of fucking months, and everything I've said becomes fucking real. Why is that, guys? Why ever could that be? Gee, I fucking wonder. And then, if you're really a piece of shit, if they're like, because they're out there, they'll be like, "Oh, you just got lucky," or like, they won't even bring attention that I was the original person that was saying this. So they'll just take all my talking points, they'll take all my research, they'll take all the shit I've been saying, and they'll repurpose it themselves. So I am telling you, YouTube, literally politicking. That is all it is. And the only thing that matters to these douchebags is looking good and having numbers. That is literally it. You literally, rarely, very rarely will have an authentic person like me, but it's okay, ladies and gentlemen. There's something that's keeping me going. I don't know what that something can be. Maybe it's all the malice I brought in throughout the years. But it's there. It's, I mean, fuck, it could just be testosterone if we're being real. But whatever the case is, it's something. I don't know, man. They're just like, when will you die, Sen? When are you gone? I don't know. When I get even with you, that's one.
And the transformation of Nick from the Nick that I knew and saw on screen during the Rittenhouse trial to the Nick, especially recently, is pretty stark. You know, and most people are like me, and you know, you guys, you know, most people out there maybe gain a little bit of weight. I've actually gained some weight and to lose, you know, I need to lose that weight. But Nick has dropped a lot of weight, and his complexion, when you see him on camera, regardless of whether it's good lighting or bad lighting, I could turn my lighting off right now and I don't look the same. That's when my lighting off, right? I don't look the same as Nick Rekieta. I can change the color of the lighting, even to a very pale white, you know, to the palest white. Let me do that. This is the palest white lighting. I still don't look like Nick Rekieta, right? In those streams. See, that's a better glow there. So there's definitely
Law 2 literally did have its own war. I forgot what it was, but it was like, was it between like Hogue Law or something
that was going on. Now, I did not have any specific knowledge of any drug use. I'll just say that. However, if that indeed is the case, and we don't know whether that is the case or not, because Nick, like everybody else, and like I believe of everybody.
What do you mean? Okay, Tommy Vercetti, you just lost me with that ridiculousness. Okay, of course it's the fucking case. You don't have to be, you have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. Okay, I really want to know what Flash has to say about this. I'm not gonna watch this like 28-minute shit show, at least not today, because I'm gonna wrap it up in like 20 minutes or so. But I want to see what Flash has to say a little bit.
This is the actual probable cause. This is not the probable cause for the warrant. This is just the probable cause to establish they can charge him. So
I only caught that. What was the document where you were going through the stuff they found on the site?
Oh, right here. Right here.
Oh,
is it.
okay. Does that change things, you think? Like, it seemed like you had some distribution stuff going on.
I mean, you could infer some of this is distribution, but I think a lot of this is just this is higher end personal use. Like they're
heavy
buying
user.
tons of it.
Yeah.
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 That's the bigger thing there. But yeah, basically they got a warrant.
Overall dirty home.
Well, they wouldn't comment on. I guarantee you, when we see it, it's gonna look like a bomb went off in there.
Yeah, cracked.
Yeah, you know the body cam footage is for sure gonna come out because, I mean, he's got a large group of people that follow him around, and
Yeah,
they're gonna
they have
foil it.
Oh, Flash isn't even aware. He's like, yeah, Kiwi Farms is gonna get. Jesus Christ! Even Flash knows that. He's like, yeah, next fuck, Kiwi Farms is gonna find this shit. Oh, Flash! Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh no, there's gonna be body cam footage. There will be.
Yeah.
Well, where I live, they don't. The cops
Well,
don't
at least he's keeping it 100 right now.
have body cams, and I live in a
Really?
pretty big city. Yeah.
Well,
That's weird.
here's the thing: if there aren't body cams, there are going to be a million pictures of this. So
That will be true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
but I'd like to think
Translation is Jober.
they have. I mean, this seems like they're somewhat technical out there. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, when I got swatted, I was like, "Can I get the body cam footage? Like, at least let me grift off of this."
Mhm.
I'm like, "We don't have body cam." I was like, "Oh, how convenient for you."
could have been like Fat Trick and never get released.
Yeah.
William Barnes is saying, I think they got him for a DUI. They wouldn't have enough to go after your home for a DUI at that point.
Well, they did have the
reporter.
statement. Yeah.
Well, somebody reported, and from there, I'm sure the police did an investigation, because from that report to the raid, when they hit the house, that's a week. That's enough time to develop an investigation. Popping him for a DUI and then saying, "Oh, we had drugs, we want to raid the house." Even when I was a prosecutor, I'd be like, "That's not enough to get a search warrant. You can search the car, but you're not going to be able to go toss the guy's house."
Is that where that I was unaware of the DUI? Is that how this all?
No,
is
somebody's
unrelated?
saying
Oh,
there's suspicions they got him for a DUI. And there's
Yeah,
there's nothing.
They
to
went
indicate
to
that.
his house. He didn't get pulled over.
Oh no,
he
they
ended up
they're
coming back
staying
home,
here,
didn't he?
though. Well,
Oh,
no,
he
here,
did
if you-
get pulled over.
If you read the complaint, yeah. So he
Yeah,
was
this is the first
driving-
time seeing this. I read
Yeah.
the Fox News article
Mhm.
a little bit
Oh my
before I came
God.
on here.
Wait, so he made Fox News too? That's fucking funny. Hold on. I gotta check that out real quick. Gonna have it, but it would be funny if he came out of the woodwork. All of Lazio didn't like Legal Eagle as well. Has anyone heard from Legal Eagle? Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, Legal Eagle should probably make a video on this. I think it would be pretty funny. Did he actually make Fox News? That's hilarious if he did. Nick Cause. Oh my god. Just browsing the farms real quick. I don't know. I guess he did. Guess he did make the news. Let's see. You can drink okay. Okay, whatever. Well, we'll check that out another day, or maybe I'll
was
tweet
kind
about
of
it.
like, wow.
Yeah. So the police showed up at the house ready to execute. They caught Nick driving down the road. They stopped him. And then as you read on, upon knocking the door, one of the kids opened the door but wouldn't let him in. Which, good job,
Smart kid.
Don't let the cops in.
Yeah.
Likely what happened is they brought Nick in the back of a car. They detained him, brought him back to the house, and said, "Let us in the home. Use the door code." And Nick told them no, which, once again, smart move. And then the cops knocked down the door.
They knocked it down anyway.
Well, if you don't
They
want
must
him
have had
in,
a
we're gonna
warrant
knock
then,
it
huh?
down. If you give them the door code, they would have minimized damage and harm.
That's what they always try to tell people about their fancy gun safes. When everyone was having a breakdown about Liberty
How
Safe.
did this? How hard is it to get a search warrant for someone's house? How did they get it just on a complaint from one person? They had to have been investigating him.
Well, that's
for
what
a
I mean.
while.
They would have done a lot more investigation. And what they probably did is watch some of these fucking streams.
Yeah.
This probably wouldn't have been the only thing.
Oh my god. You know what's crazy? again, point proven. Nick caused his own downfall. If he wasn't like a drugged up mess on streams, probably wouldn't have had. They wouldn't have had to, or rather, they wouldn't have investigated into him so much, right?
It also depends on. One person could be enough for a warrant if it's if there's enough particularity. Like, here's where the drugs are. Here's how many.
Honestly, there was I think there was like a theory going around that what if it was Nick's own wife that made the fucking complaint? What if it was one of the children that did it, or like, you know, the oldest one or something? That was like I saw like that theory going around, and I was like, that would be interesting.
I know the layout of the house. Boom, 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 boom. Here are all your drugs. If you know, it's one thing if you're a CI and you give some vague idea of like there's a drug deal about to happen, but if you say it's going to happen at this time, a guy in a red hat's going to talk to a guy in a blue hat. They're both going to be driving the same type of car. They're going to meet at this particular bench at the park. The more and more information you could submit gives you more and more probable cause.
I had a question I want to ask you during just from the Fox article, but I saw the stuff on this too.
Yeah.
Could he be looking at like a distribution charge or something? Because
possibly.
Where I'm at, separate baggies, a scale, and an assortment of stuff, like they would nail you, at least they could charge you with it. I don't know if it would pass through, but that's like a distribution charge, intent to distribute.
It very well could be, but that's where their investigation may reveal, like, no, these are just big time drug users.
Do you think he is?
I don't think Nick is.
I'm blown away by all of this. I haven't been paying attention to him.
So
Nick's not selling drugs.
Oh my god.
Let me say it like this. If Nick was a drug dealer, I could fucking roll him if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fat guy who can't do shit. Like, Nick selling drugs, like if you come to Nick's house and, here you go, I need $50. Like, do you think you're gonna give him money? No, I take my drugs and walk away. What's he gonna do?
He's definitely not. I mean, I've definitely known plenty of people that even just with weed,
who's
they
his
had
muscle?
scales
April?
and
Like
heavy weed users have scales and baggies.
If I lived in the area as Nick and I knew he was selling drugs, I would go pull an Omar and stick him up and take his fucking money.
Yeah, I haven't
like he could stop me.
I haven't been watching him much in a while because it's all of his streams have been about sex and relationships, and I'm just that's just not content that I want to watch.
Oh God, Flash, you're
I
killing
didn't know.
me, bro.
Have all of his streams been like this? Like that one yesterday?
A lot of them have been this way lately. A lot of them.
Lately,
a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily with the the nose issue, but there's
Nick just wait a minute. Breaking news: Nick just canceled locals for tonight. I thought he was doing 14 this month. Nate the lawyer was a DA in New York. It's not about your friends, but the drugs you bring along. It's not over for Rekieta. This is his greatest grift. He will be on TV like Trump, but Trump isn't allowed on TV. Rekieta is, because democracy. He will take the blame. Thank you for that enlightening thought, time traveler. I like your name.
there have been multiple where he's just
I love how Flash just casually says, "Yeah, Nick is a fucking degenerate." No, I'm not it.
and then just lashing out and being completely off the rails. Yeah, not good.
How about everybody that was cool with Nick? They're just completely fucking trash. And like, granted, they're not trashing him like the way I am or like people with like divine justice should be, because he put his kids in danger and shit. But they're still trashing him like based on his content, and they're basically saying, "Yeah, he sucks now. Yeah, he fell off and shit." It's it's like, I'm glad that this is what needed to happen for everybody to start saying that, which is the common thing. Like, I'm pretty sure any three of these people could have said this at any time, but I got the opportunity didn't present itself up until now. I don't know, maybe.
Yes, he has been acting like Hillary, reenacting Hillary's election night loss multiple times from what we can see.
It's just so sad, man, and his
It is.
kids and everything. I feel so
Yeah.
bad for them.
Yeah,
I hope this is a wake up call for him. Then, like,
I hope so.
people have said things here and there over the past time, like,
Mhm.
because he did, he used to come on a lot of the time for my show, but I figured, well, he just doesn't, he doesn't want to talk about this kind of shit anymore. And I understood that, but I had no
Mhm.
idea, like, it had gone down this kind of road, dude. This is awful.
Addicts don't quit because they got caught.
No,
This is
They
going to
have
be
to decide they wanna
extremely,
quit.
yeah, this is going to be an extremely low percentage of success. He's going to probably violate his bail by the end of the month.
Yeah,
he's
let's
going to
go.
get caught
Yeah,
using, or you don't quit because you get a ticket.
That's gonna be content, and that's going to be lulls for the farms. That's all it's gonna be, And again, people were like, "Don't you feel bad for little Nicky?" No, because he tried to get a guy to literally jump, right? Like, you guys remember that old pay pig of his? Not even jump. He tried to get him to like game end, knowing that this guy was like not all there and shit, right? So it's like, do I feel bad if the worst possible scenario happens to Nick Rekieta? No, because he doesn't feel bad if he causes the worst possible scenario for somebody else. Like, come on, guys. You can't be that blind, right? If a bad guy tries to commit a bad deed and then it gets its comeuppance, you don't cry for the bad guy, all right? You say, oh, well, that's what you get. You know what I mean? There's a literal, you can go find it. There's a literal 20-minute plus clip where Nick is trying to incite some old pay pig of his that he knows is not well in the head to try to game end. Literally. And he thought it was just like the funniest shit ever. So it's like, well, actually, if he is an addict and he is like in turmoil, I'm glad. I'm happy. I laugh at his misfortune. And I implore others to do the same. Kumalat, you fucking idiot. You in particular, I dislike you so much for multiple reasons. You were like the perfect example of what a 40-year-old man should not end up like. It's either you or Drexel. I don't know which one I dislike the most. But it's like, no, you don't feel bad for Nick, all right? And yes, it's morally right to dogpile Nick. Okay, it is. I hate to break it to you. Check DMs. Kiwi Farm has the video of Nick's live court appearance with his lawyer buddies commenting. I gotta watch those later. Oh yeah. So apparently that Zoom call, I opened it up, I think, somewhere, and I heard it. So I heard the first 30 seconds, and they already spam the N-word or something happened like that. I heard at the end. Fuck, I could probably find this shit in Josh's tweets or something. Let me see if I can find Jersh. Good friend Null. Fuck, what is this thing? I don't even know. I'll find it. Hold on. That's Memology. That's Tug. Oh yeah, fucking Jim's been going off too. What the fuck? Yeah, let's read. Actually, yeah, let's read some of these Jim tweets. Actually, 'cause these have been kind of funny. So let's see. There's the mugshot. There it is. Heterosexual Christian man watches one episode of anime. Now he's headed to prison. Just one episode of Sailor Moon was all it took. If you see something, say something. Anime is a gateway. We had Null saying, Rekieta was arrested after a mandatory reporter had reported concerns regarding child neglect. Mandatory reporters in Minnesota are people in law enforcement, health services, education, and members of the clergy. You can find these over here. Remember the judge Nick talked shit about during his live stream? That's the judge he has for his criminal case. Wife, Nick, what are you doing? Put the gun down. Nick, no, you don't understand. The demon in the corner. The cat's in the ceiling. I have to end them. Oh, yeah, demon cat. Hearing info from this morning. Nick representing himself. Nick representing his wife. 25 grams, a gun charge, a child endangerment charge. He was unaware April was released earlier. She probably already took it. Oh my god. I think this Medicare stream is gonna kill him. Nobody is gonna be stupid enough to defend this guy after tomorrow. There's no fucking way. Okay, let's see. Ralph fled to Mexico. JF, wife lost in the woods. Nick, arrested on charges of weapons. CRP, dead. Jim, dying. Baked Alaska, went to prison. Tonka, humiliated. And this is why you stick to Let's Plays and VTubing. So listening to some chatter on some of the LawTube channels about the charges, it sounds like these aren't a simple slap on the wrist. 25 grams plus gun enhancement and child endangerment. Is Nick looking at some real time with this? Question mark. This Saturday is gonna be fucking wild. I'm going baldo deep on it. Raw. Oh fuck. Nick spends his money on coke and facing felony charges. Jim spends his money on Transformers, not going to prison. Auto Bros, Autobot Bros did we win? Oh fuck. That's gonna be honest, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be a good stream tomorrow. I'm down. I'm 100% in. Alright. You know what? It has been though. It has been about 2 hours. Alright. So I'm gonna release another video this weekend. Like I said, spread the word. I am now the official Nick Rekieta A-logger. We're gonna A-log the shit out of this guy. We're gonna go ahead and make multiple videos, multiple streams. Streams will probably be reserved for the weekends, though. Like, yeah, Fridays. I don't know about tomorrow. I don't know about tomorrow, but definitely on Fridays. So that's when we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the streams. We have an upload server. Essentially, it's like a server for when like you know how YouTube doesn't give you the recommendations sometimes, or YouTube doesn't give you the alerts. See, this is the Discord for the uploads. I do add everybody's and shit. Blah blah blah. You can follow my Twitter if you want to keep up as well. Hardly kind of active, but whatever. Overall, funny stuff. I'm gonna keep making videos on this. I'm sure we'll get new developments because, of course. Yeah, this stream, I'll keep it up. It's gonna stay public, of course. I'd like to thank everybody that donated and everybody that stopped by on short notice. Okay. Share the stream, like the stream, sub if you want to join me on this amazing journey of A-logging. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. See you in the next one. All right. Have a good day.